Right then, guys, welcome in to the US session. I'm quite liking the tunes. Let's pump it up a little bit. Shall we dive in? 1st of October, new month. Uptober? Is it going to be Uptober? Right, let's dive in, shall we? Big boy Bitcoin. Going to concentrate on the big boy today, to be honest. A few things going on in the market for us to all observe together. Okay, few things that I want to look at. We're going to do the usual. We're going to look at OBD. We're going to look at volume, open interest and stuff. Obviously, we're having a slight pullback from last week. To be expected. I thought there was a slight bit of price exhaustion last week, to be honest. I'm surprised that price held up as well as it did. So, yeah, nice to see a pullback. I think higher time frame structures are looking good, daily, monthly, weekly. So we're not going to look at that. I think we, not going to teach anyone to suck eggs. I think we can all see where we are on higher time frames. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to have a look at a little bit of the order flow. Okay, have we got enough bid, okay, to get a little bit of a push back up today? If we do get a little bit of a push back up, do we meet some more supply a little bit higher up? So we'll have a look at what volume's doing. We'll have a look through the exchanges, all the usual good stuff to build a recipe of what we may see in the coming 12-24 hours on BTC, and then we'll go through a few of the alts as well. All right, guys, so let's dive in. I hope everyone's having a great start to the week in this fresh month. A lot of euphoria last week. I wasn't there up at the highs. Like I mentioned before, I wish everyone would get bullish at the lows, for fuck's sake. Why, let's meet some demand and get bullish down there instead of getting bullish at the highs and longing your longs in, and all, when you're coming upon all-time highs. But anyway, we'll move on. So if you're unfamiliar with this console, this is the TRDR Console. Okay, grab a link from below. Best data in the crypto market. Get a free trial from the link below. And if you've really been struggling, if you're struggling with the volatility, struggling with ranges, you are trading crystal ball price patterns and the like, then go and dive into the academy and join us in here. There is some free stuff as well, some free videos, some free courses. If you're really struggling and need some more in-depth tutorials, okay, jump into the academy there. All right, guys, but let's jump into the console and have a look at what's going on, shall we? Shall we dive in? Right, so where have we come from? Where are we going? Okay, so basically we've come from the weekend highs, haven't we? Posted yesterday on Twitter that I thought we're hitting some price exhaustion. I thought we're hitting some price exhaustion last week, to be honest, as there was a lot of euphoria in the markets up towards 65, 66k. Little bit unwarranted, I believe. You would have thought that we would have broke 100k or 200k or something, the way everyone was pissing the pants and acting with excitement. But yeah, it's good to see because higher time frame structures do look good. So what we'll do today is look at lower time frame structures of where we are right now. Second, yo, what's up? Best time of the day. Yeah, you want a nuke, don't you, sir? You want a nuke. Don't be so bearish. Don't be so bearish. E-type. Hex. That's a joke. Is he still around with his Gucci tracksuit, his Gucci bag, his gold, probably a fake gold Rolex watch on each wrist, and what's his name, Richard Hart? Is that the Hex we're talking about? No, we're not doing Hex unless you're absolutely desperate, and then yes, we'll go and have a look at it in TradingView. What we're going to do, if you just joined us, we're going to go through... Are you hiding a bag under your floorboards, sir? A bag of Hex? You've been promised things. We're going to have a look at all the good stuff on Bitcoin to build a recipe of what we can foresee in the next 12-24 hours. First of all, should we have a quick look at TradingView just to have an overview of where we come from, where we're going? I could do it in here as well, but I don't think I've got the levels marked. Right, quick 4 hour, uponly.com for the last 3 weeks. don't be surprised to see pullbacks, okay? What I think is slightly different about this pullback is we're not getting instant reactions, instant bids just yet, and V-shape up only. I'm in favour of another rise up to this weekly open up here, okay? So make sure you have got your levels marked in confluence with your order flow. Yeah, I'm up for a little rise up in the next 24 hours, to be honest. I think bears are doing a bit of a shit job right here, right now. So a little rise up, little rise down, a little fall down. I know that's what you don't want to hear, but trading lower time frames is good fun. And then, yeah, I'm up for grinding some bid around here, which Serkan won't be too happy to hear, because Serkan wants a straight drop down to the 48k or something like that, which, if that comes, then we will take it on the chin, accept it, and we will all get cheaper prices all round. So all good in the hood. Okay, so 4 hour structure looking pretty good. If we can come back down into this zone in the next few days, basically, this is obviously a little bit of classic tier that we all know and love, but I want to see bid confirmation down here in the order flow from the TRDR console. Okay, preferably spot bid. But if spot bid have already filled the bags lower, okay, I at least want to see perps come in here and get aggressive and push this up on some neutral funding and some good bullish divergences. Old value area high from, I know we can't call this a range, can we? But, you know, you've got basically a support resistance levels here, all right? Monthly open, so we're just floating there now. Let's go to the 1 hour. So monthly open here. Okay, first off, Uptober, we'll call it, not Nuke November or Nuke-tober, whatever Serkan is calling it. Okay, so monthly open, just diddling around here now. Previous day value area lows. If you're a bit of a range trader, intraday range trader, you'll like to see this at the daily open, which is where your monthly open is here. That's why I haven't marked it, actually, is outside value area. So if we can find a little bit of a bid in this zone right here, right now, which I'll go and check in a second, I will be open to the old Dalton trade back up to previous day value area high. Where does that come in? Your weekly open, okay? So just something to be aware of. If we get a throw-in price action back up in the next 12-24 hours, this is where I'm looking at. If we then fall back up to that area there, I'm looking at a bit of supply for another rotation down, because I think we've got unfinished business below. Not like quite like Serkan's whatever Serkan. What's Serkan's target, sir? What's your higher time frame low target? But have you just put it there? 52.5. Yo, swap 66.40 should be a good. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we've all got high time frame targets, lower time frame targets, haven't we? But yeah, I'm open to putting a bid in today, to be honest, and throwing this back up, giving the bears a little bit of a scare, and then just rotating it back down like a good old range like we get. All right, guys, so weekly open above. If you're into the old Dalton theory of auction, range auction and stuff, then you will note that the daily open is outside our previous day value areas. If we accept into this previous day value area low, as in if we accept in this area, which it looks like we're kind of trying to do already, there's an 80% chance, Mr. Dalton tells us, that we will throw a price action back up to previous day value area high. So just something I'm looking at. Even if you haven't got these levels marked, have a look left. Not a bad little area just to get a slight bounce. All right, guys, so that is what we're 58k. Serkan says 58k. High time frame target for another. Yeah, I could see it. You know, it's not that far away, really, is it? Previous monthly open is down there. Previous monthly open. Yeah, I could see that. That'd scare a lot of people. That'd be good. Yeah, I can see that. I can really see that. Yeah, no, not a problem with that kind of price action at all. Right, so let's go through the order book. Let's go through volume. Let's have a look at some open interest. I'm not going to concentrate on funding too much because it's a little bit all over the place. Still, Bybit is just tickling 0. What's Bybit at? 0.001. Binance 0.005. So, yeah, nothing. No real edge in it, to be honest. No real edge in funding, to be honest. But open interest has been giving us a slight story. Right, so if we look at what the central exchanges are doing, Binance, no bid whatsoever, okay, at the minute. Aggregated, 1 to 10% order book, aggregated order book down here. 200 mil depth. Shit. All right, absolute dog shit. No one wants it really right here, right now, with all the exchanges. So Binance, no bid. I'm not going to click on them because the chart is a mess, but Bitfinex, not too interested here. Bitstamp have had a slight bid, but no real top levels defending price. Coinbase Pro, not too fussed here. Their base case there is at 62, okay? So, yeah, I'm looking for a rise up today, but if we do just decide to come down, then we'll just bid it a little bit lower. Higher time frame targets for me, I'm looking at a cut into this 61k area. So if we do that first before going up to the weekly open, absolutely fine with that. No lower time frame derivatives perps positions on BTC at the minute. So I had a little bit of time away from the desk last week. Yesterday was a bit of an admin day for myself, so happy to get back in the charts now and get a piece of the action. Gemini Twinsies had a load of supply from higher up. That lasted all weekend, and we're coming back down then. Again, those guys are not too bothered unless we hit 62k, all right? Kraken, bit diddle in the middle, nothing to see from them. No edge from Kraken, and no edge from Kraken here as well, but they have got Serkan's levels there at 58 and 59, higher time frame targets if we decide to just nuke. Now, one thing I would say is perps is going to be one to watch because these traders are getting a little bit more dynamic, shall I say. So overall bid depth on perps, again, shocking. All right, there's nothing here at all. Really shit. Not indicative of a trend, actually, in any way, shape or form. But it's nice to see. I know I saw this on the Twitter timelines yesterday. Everyone speculating on spoofing, not spoofing. And all I would say is watch these for sure. But you want to see either supply on top of them or demand on them, okay, like this one here. They are good. If you certainly start to see the ratios, as in offers pull up on these levels, don't mess, because these guys are very much in control and can move the market. This is Binance perpetuals, okay? So yeah, nice to see. Dynamic bidder coming in here at 62.7 for any lower cut. But I'm in favour of holding the line here around this 63k level and throwing it back up first. We'll soon see if we get that work with maybe in the next hour or so as we go through the charts. Bitfinex perps are still selling into this. They are angry boys and girls over there. They don't want an all-time high. I wonder if Mr. Cole is trading over on Bitfinex perps. I think he was Bybit actually, wasn't he? But yeah, they're not happy at all. BitMEX, not much edge from them, but they are starting to come in with a bid here, and this is nice to see. If you start to get some nice, it's not a very big order block and top level, this one, but it is nice to see when BitMEX traders, the OGs at BitMEX, get involved with a bid, with a top level. It's nice to see. So those are the levels at the minute on BTC. Tiny bit of depth, not much. Monthly open here. I'm looking to hold this and throw it back up for another rotation lower in the coming 24-48 hours. Do I want to bid this right here, right now? No, not really. Plan of action today is watching those. So bearing in mind where the monthly open is there, I kind of just, yeah, like a little bit of this today. That'd be good. A little bit lower if you can execute a little bit lower. US guys are just waking up, so they'll be throwing in a little bit of volume very shortly, and we'll see what we get. If it just crabs and goes sideways for the rest of the day, then it can fuck off, and I'll trade something else, to be honest. So we'll have a look at some alts and see what is going on with those. Right, couple of things to look at then. Let me just go to my full window on a 15-minute basis. I just want to show you volume. Okay, so this was, let me just come here. So this was yesterday's volume, okay? As we were coming out from the Sunday Open, Asian Open, and we were rotating down, there was, you know, again, this is what I always say to you about weekend price action stuff. Really flat shit weekend price action. Open interest was elevated. Volume was coming out the market. You've got all these traders in here speculating on a further rise above 66, and it's just, it's not somewhere you want to be trading. And then obviously coming into yesterday, yesterday's moves, or should I say Sunday, Monday's moves, volume really started to tail off. What happens? Retail start to go long as funding was elevated, open interest elevated. There is not what you want to see as the retail traders get long, and we just cut them to pieces as we chop down here. Okay, so probably a few guys still involved there. I think we need to auction price around here. What can we see? But as we do hit the, a little bit of, I'm not going to call that a 3 drive. I don't think a 15-minute is really relevant for a 3 drive low. But we do see slight bullish volume divergences. So if anyone was up trading this at midnight, I don't think there was much to offer from the order flow, but the volume certainly gave you lower time frame bullish divergences. Okay, perps coming in, spot coming in, open interest very, very low on that wick there. Okay, I'm getting a little bit older than some of you guys. I need my beauty sleep, so I'm not prepared to stay up and trade that. I sometimes do. I do sometimes like that Asian session, especially if it's been a boring day in the European and US session. So that looked very, very nice for a bounce, but we're coming down now. So do we just grind this area out? We'll see. Right, so that is volume. One other thing I did want to show you, and I posted this for the guys the other day, is high time frame liquidity. Okay, getting a little bit elevated, as you can see here. Now, seeing this and seeing the euphoria in the market from last week. Okay, so if you just imagine where we were last week, 66k, perps liquidity coming up, open interest resting at those highs, spot liquidity at the highs, and perps liquidity still rising. So one thing I would say is I'm in agreement with Serkan, especially when looking at this higher time frame chart, is if this continues to rise, I would certainly be looking for a little bit of a flush lower. If you are kind of got those swing positions from these zones, any of these real low liquidity flushes, especially any of this down at 49, 48 or 52, then you're in pretty good state, to be honest, especially if you want to hold that. I think you're in a pretty good state. I don't think, given the wider, broader market narrative, the liquidity coming into the markets, and all the rest of it, let's not go too deep into that. Halving, supply shock, just there's a lot of bullish things going on right now. So any deep cut like Serkan's after in the chat, I think it's valid, especially seeing how a little bit frothy our liquidity indicator is here. If you're unfamiliar with this, there is a full video, okay, on the playlist on my YouTube channel. Go and check that out. So yeah, especially if we get another sharp open interest rise. So imagine you rise up here in the next 12-24 hours back up to that weekly open, just under those highs there. Okay, viewing the higher time 4-hour liquidity. Okay, if I see some supply up there, absolutely no problem shorting this back down whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. All right, guys. So just something to bear in mind. Certainly not. These are obviously your swing positions at these lows. I know it sounds obvious, but just have a look at where your open interest nuked to and stuff. I'm more in favour of grinding this zone out, having a couple of flushes, chopping a few participants out the market, gathering some bid, gathering some momentum, and then pushing up from there, really. That is my thoughts on that. And yeah, as you can see, supply zone, open interest chill, funding's pretty chill, and we are lacking in volume a bit, right? So let's just have a little flip back. What is Bitcoin doing now? 5-minute chart, thank you. Where are we? Yeah, no problem with this whatsoever. More often than not, what we see is you get a reaction and then almost some kind of reversal in the US session. It's been a long time since we've got a straightforward push from the US session with continuation. So I'm on the spot chart, okay, watching this bid here, okay. We've always, and this is the way I kind of like trade this, I might have the trading view chart up and whatever else, but I always have this open, and really my eyes are always on this widget here, yeah. Okay, so I might be looking at the spot chart with my levels marked up in the top level here, but my eye's always on this zone. And if this zone here in the 1 to 2.5 starts to fill up with bid, as in what I want to see there is those ratios fill up like it is there on the 2.5 to 5, then we'll look at executing a little bit of bid just for a little day trade back up. Nothing too fancy, no swing positions, just a cheeky little trade, see if we can grab a few percent. Right. do we need to look at the Vitalik's coin? Not a lot to see here, to be honest, so I'll cover this quite quick. Someone's actually just selling on that candle. Is that because did Vitalik get dumped by his girlfriend, I believe? Did he get dumped? So he's probably dumping more coins. It's that whole enemy arc, isn't it? Yeah, not a lot to see on ETH. The market's dead. No one wants it. No one wants to trade it. You need to see a bit more from ETH. It's ETH is like BTC when you really, really want to put a decent position, and when you really, really want to put a decent position on ETH, it's very obvious. It's like BTC. You'll get fat order blocks. You'll get a load of overlays on the chart, and it's very easy. Sol, very similar as well. I think the high time frame Sol chart, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is still one of the best looking out there. But right here, right now, there is not a lot to see on it. Something of note is this: someone has got a fat order block there at 140. Does it mean anything at this price distance? No, not really. It's not actionable on a day-to-day basis, but just something to be aware of if we get a bigger drop. All right, guys. Perps market on Sol has been quite dynamic. This is nice if you're scalping and day trading. Keep an eye out for those top levels hanging around there, and you can play them because Sol moves pretty well. You know, Sol moves pretty well. And if you're trading with a little bit of size, obviously it's got good liquidity as well, like BTC and ETH. Of course it has. So keep an eye on that. What you doing, Bitcoin? Do we need to bid you yet? 22. A bit of bid coming in on Perps. That's what I'm watching basically. We'll go through the alts. I'll keep an eye on BTC there. Might get a little bit of bidding just to throw it back up. We'll see what we get. Right, I don't think I've had too many alerts. The only one that keeps firing off every hour or so for me is Jup. Keep an eye on that one. Jup and Ray. And there's another asset as well, and I can't remember what it's called. It's not, we haven't got the data in our console, so I just need to check if it's on Binance, and then we put a request in from the gents in the team. But yeah, there's another one as well. I can't remember what it's called. Jup Ray should run well with BTC, but yeah, I'm not getting, and you'll see these darker grey ones are perpetuals alerts and BTC altcoin alerts. So Cake BTC, make USDT, but it's Perps. I'm not getting much spot bid follow through. The only one I would say you need to keep an eye on, because it does often run really, really well. And I know Mez caught this one on the absolute wick low last night. He might actually be able to either double down or get a bit more of a position on that. Is Rune is looking okay. I still think Rune can come a little bit lower, and of course it will if BTC wants to. Okay, but we're sharing this in the Discord, the kind of moves that Rune pulls when it does hit this kind of spot demand. So Rune is looking quite tasty for today as well. Someone's got an offer in there at 5.5. To be honest, if you do catch a bid on Rune, that would be if you would only day trade in this and you didn't give a shit about the fundamentals of Rune, that would almost be your target. So you'd execute as close as you can down here, and for a day trade, that would be a target. And yes, you know, 9%, maybe it doesn't get all the way up there, but altcoins, you've got to appreciate, can do that in a 1 hour candle. Of course they can. Come on, BTC, a little bit lower on BTC. Right, give us a shout. Have I missed anything on BTC? I don't think so. I don't think I've missed anything on BTC. As I say, I'm not surprised to see a little bit of price exhaustion. I'm not surprised to see a little bit of a pullback. At the minute, I'm treating it as a pullback, okay? I'm not treating it as high time frame swing short, okay? I'm treating it as a pullback. However low we go, obviously there are certain invalidations on that. If we start nuking below Serkan's 58k, then we're in trouble, aren't we? Because the structures are going to look a bit shit. We're going to have to review things as we go. But at the minute, because the higher time for a monthly, weekly, and even the daily charts are looking quite good as well at the minute, aren't they? Yeah, going to treat this as a pullback, but just need more evidence of demand, don't we? So, right, droppers in the chat. If there's any decent altcoins you've seen, if there's any decent altcoins we need to have a look at, I can look at the order flow in here. Okay, and we can have a look at the bid in here. We can have a look at the supply. I can't really say I've seen many shorts that I would want today. One thing has to be said is the whiff order flow has been brilliant. Look at this, similar to what I showed on PopCat. So if you've not seen the order flow I showed on PopCat from the video earlier, go and have a look at that. Obviously, if you are trading, whether you're trading this on DEX or whether you're trading this on one of your central exchanges, you've got to appreciate that the DEX order flow in the DEX screener is very, very important, isn't it? It's nice to watch that. But these guys, especially on Binance, okay, so we've got spot, and we've got perpetuals, okay, levels. These guys are going to start throwing in a load more volume into these meme coin markets, yeah? What's that going to do? It's going to give us more data, all right? It's going to give us some really, really nice data to trade. So personally, I wouldn't bid whiff right here, right now. I don't think there's much edge, but this one back here, earlier on, what time was that? 1 a.m. Yep, I was getting some beauty sleep. 2% risk under that top level, and away you go. Even for a little scalp or day trade, you've got to appreciate that this is the European session here, like you've heard me say before many, many times. Okay, so European session tends to be a bit weak. Not surprised to see price rolling over a little bit here, but yeah, really nice order flow on those. Give us a shout if we need to. Link short. Link, isn't it a bit like Link Marines won't be happy with you saying that? Let's have a look. Link short, is that just because of these top levels here? What's Perps doing? Yeah, I don't know. The trouble is with Link and stuff, they're very slow movers. Some of these old school legacy coins, you know, so like Link, XRP, LTC, they're very, very slow moving. So if you're short and it's based on these little top levels here, I don't think there's too much edge unless I'm really, really missing something. Yeah, Perps. Yeah, I don't think there's too much edge. Link short, not Link. It moved. Does it? I have to say, yeah, you're probably right. I haven't seen it in a while. It's not something I trade on Perps. On Perps, to be honest. I do like it as an asset. Link. I just feel it's a little bit, and I tell you what, actually, and I screwed myself over on XRP the other day, actually, because I never really trade XRP, but I did think it was starting to look okay back here. Then it invalidated. I think this was the weekend as well. It invalidated all its levels, so that was a shame. That got pulled. Absolutely pinned price action here. That's interesting to see. This guy's just filling. If you're unfamiliar with what a fill top level is, that's a fill top level. Okay, let me just go down 1 minute chart. 1 minute. That is a filled top level. You see the way it goes slightly transparent, and I can show you in the. It's going to flick me back to that XRP. I'm sure that's filled. I'll go check the trades panel there. Oh, I ain't got it open. I got rid of it. But yeah, that's generally what you see when a top level is filled. It goes transparent. If it's pulled, or if someone is spoofing really, really close to price, which I have to say, I don't really see spoofing that much anymore. No. It's something people like to talk about on Twitter to get some engagement and stuff, but you don't see it that often, to be honest. They're just generally talking shit. But yeah, I got rid of the trades panel. I'll have to pull it back in, actually. All right, let me go back to full window so we can see what's going on. What's Bitcoin doing? Coming down a little bit. That's nice. Thank you very much. Yep, give us a shout if there's any more alts we need to look at. I'm going to go through a few of the nice shiny new coins that we all know are moving well. So we just had a look at WIF. Perps chart on WIF is very nice. Now, what I would say is Perps degenerates can often be a little bit early. If you're seeing ratios like that, I mean, that's like a 90 ratio, as in the bid is getting very extravagant in there. That's going to be good, you know. You've got to trade that. You don't have to. It's not financial advice, but that is a fire and forget trade. All right, that is a fire and forget long trade, even if it's a scalp, even if it's a day trade. Yeah. What I would say is if you're seeing WIF or any of the others with spot, nice spot order flow, like the other week. we got, there you go, selling. You know, you can day trade this, hedge your positions. That was nasty on spot, wasn't it? If you're seeing nice spot order flow and whiff, you want to be trading that to the upside as well, because it does tend to react very well. So yeah, that is whiff. Let's have a look at what we're looking at. BCH. Let's go to BCH. BCH. So had some spot bid back there, 337. No real edge right now. What is so that spot market? What's Perps doing? Yeah, no real edge. Can you check BCH for me? Would like to hear your feedback. Do you want me to check higher time frame view, see what it's doing? We can have a look at that if you so wish. Sometimes actually it produces some nice trades, BCH. Whether you love it or hate it, it actually does produce some nice trades sometimes. Right, let's have a look at what this shitbag coin is doing. Have I got it in my watch list? I don't even know if I have. I'm just going to do it in here because, oh yeah, I have bookmarked and everything. It's a little bit easier. Let's have a look. What are we doing? Yeah, I mean, it's a nice, I've got to look at a 4 hour to be honest. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Doesn't look too bad at all, sir. Yeah, I know you all love a fixed range, so I'm just going to pull that for you. Yeah, might mark this one up. Yeah, not bad. If there's an order block there at 331, that's all I would say. I do like looking at these order blocks and wick lows, so keep an eye on that if it comes down, because obviously what we're seeing in the order flow is there's no actual bid under at the minute. So if the market, if BTC drops 1 or 2% today, okay, to fill some perps demand, then more often than not, the altcoins cannot hold their own water, can they? They shit the bed. Well, despite dominance is coming down a little bit, but I would watch for 330. I would watch for 330 if you're into BCH. I don't know why you would be, but yeah, not a bad chart. I'm just going to mark some levels, actually. Let me just do this while you degenerates are on the stream, because if I don't, I'll forget. Let me just paste that. And there. Yeah, not sure whether you see these lows again. Okay, the market is quite bullish, but those are your lows there. So just mark that off. So 323, value area low of the range. We are still in a range. Point of control, right on the price now. Okay, right on price, 340 point of control. Value area high of the range is where you actually had a nice short position. So I don't remember what the order flow was like there at 360, but let's go and have a look at it actually, because that'd be interesting to see, because this is basically this is the way I trade. If I'm trading ranges, I like a 4 hour, I like a 1 hour chart, pull a range, mark the levels. It has to be said that a lot of coins are breaking out, aren't they? What I mean by that is, let me just I'm going to keep that on there actually. If you go and have a look at some of the nice new shiny coins, and you know there's SU, FTM and the like, isn't there? And have a look, they've already kind of broken out their range, haven't they? So just nice and easy trend structures, downonly.com for 2 years or whatever that was, and then we come back up, and this was obviously a breakout trade. That was a nice test, and we run and gun. But there's a few coins that are rare, and you can see I'm just marking some levels there for any deep cut pullbacks. There's a few coins that have not broke out yet, so I feel you may need to keep an eye on them in the coming days or weeks. One of them, we looked at Rune in the private Discord, but what I'm going to show you is basic render, and I don't think it's too bad an asset actually. So here you go, here's render, downonly.com, 2 years, absolute bear market, savagery, just coming back down now. So generally, you know, market levels, you've got this range, okay, so you hit the value area of the range, you come back down, you're hitting the lows, you're hitting the order blocks. Okay, you start to turn up, you put in these kind of nice structures and get some, you know, nice trend up. So, you know, if you're a real fan of this project, you'd obviously be looking at these lows to get in. But if you're just looking at some trades and to get a little bit of exposure, now's maybe the time, okay? So we're just coming down from these order blocks, and I feel in the order flow there was some supply there as well. So that's the way I work it, you know, that's the way we do business. So we're coming down now. Okay, So something to consider is, do you hold the 6.3 level on render? I can tell you now, I've looked at the order flow today, there's no real edge in it right now, but do you hold this level, okay, and then go for your breakout, okay, or do you get a deeper cut down to some of these order blocks, take some of these wicks, and then go? That's something I'd be looking at, okay? So mark the levels, and then on lower time frames, flick to your order flow and go from there. But yeah, BCH didn't look too bad. Just go back to BCH just quickly. Summary on BCH. It's not something I trade, to be honest, BCH, but let's have a look at it. Yeah, so not too bad. Could see it at that 330 level. That's what I just quickly wanted to check. Order block down there. Oops, let me just change that. Lows. Okay, so yeah, 330 level. Then I'd be having a look at the order flow and seeing what is going on there. Let's go and check that out. Wick in the lows now. So yeah, you'd be looking at kind of down here. Yeah. So I you can set yourself alerts in TradingView, or you know, if you're using your alerts in the TRDR system, just maybe set a spot alt double band, or one of the altcoin ones here, alt diamond and top level pro. And yeah, just watch for a little bit of bid. So I'm on the perps market there. Let's have a look at spot. Yeah, no real edge, is there? It'd be nice if you started to see a top level come in with some demand in that 330 level. That'd be very, very nice. Then you certainly have some confluence of those zones. BTC coming down. Right, come on then. Do we get a volley back up? There's no bid coming in, it has to be said. No bid yet, so we'll just watch that perps top level there and see if we get a bid here. If we get a little bit of bid around this level, this will be the one. But you can see aggregated. A few people chasing it down. Cheeky. They could get a little bit punished there. That'd be interesting to see. The order block is just. I can share this whole thing actually. I think. Is fluid trades. I think, yeah, fluid trades. So if you just search fluid trades SMC, like, I've got a few bits on here, but I don't really look at them all, to be honest. I am a fan of horizontal levels, to be honest. I do draw the odd diagonal for a trend and stuff, but I don't put too much weight on those. I'm a fan of horizontal price action, so I do quite like this. I think I could actually share this whole thing if you did want it. Somewhere, publish there. Let me copy link. If anyone wants to have a look at that, just try and open that. See if you can open that. That'll open my template and chart, and then basically if you just save it out from that, and then just pick off or delete whatever you so need. Right, so BTC coming down, little fucker. Is it holding the monthly open? Nah, just kind of around it really, isn't it? 62.9. Yeah, okay, I wouldn't chase this short. If you weren't in shorts already from that 66k zone, if you weren't hedging positions from there, it's not the time to be chasing, I would say. 63 ratio in the 0 to 1%, so some aggressive market buy-in, which could actually be people coming out of positions as well, don't forget, from the perps market. Let's go to lower time frame, have a look what it's doing. 1 minute time frame. Yeah, let's see if we can fill this and volley it back up. My only issue with this is that it's almost going to, if it starts to drop and grind this area out, it's going to invalidate those previous day value areas when really you want acceptance in those areas. Also, just something to know, you don't really want to see these top ratios get aggressive with the selling as well when they're in control. It's not looking good, bruv. All right, so yeah, we need a bounce soon. What time is it? Just about an hour or so, half an hour, just coming up to an hour or so into the US session. So let's see what we get. Back to the 5 minute. Right, give us a shout if there's any other alts we need to look at. Just while BTC is doing its thing there, let's go and have a look at Pepe and a few of the other good stuff. Oh, I want to have a look at Rune actually. Is Rune coming down to its order block? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not a massive order block this, but I'd be a little bit tempted by that if BTC looks like it's going to bounce as well. If BTC is not going to find a bounce, then it's just going to fall through, isn't it? Let me have a look if I had any. Jup wants a bid really bad, doesn't it? Not too many alerts kicking off. I do want to see a little bit of spot bid come back into the market. That'd be nice. But while we're here, jump back to Whiff. What's Whiff doing? Oh, Whiff's getting some spot bid. Whiff's getting some spot bid. Wasn't watching order book changes, so I'm not sure if this entity here has moved up to there and got a fill. Let's go and have a look at what Pepe's doing. The trouble is with a lot of these altcoins and meme coins, they are already running pretty hot, aren't they? So look at Popcat. Popcat's filled some supply, coming back down. No real edge in that one. Let's go to Pepe. Pepe filling supply and top levels here. No real edge in Pepe. As I say, I do prefer when we're falling back like this from certain highs. I do prefer to see a little bit of spot bid, but I'm not, I'm not against putting in a bid if it's aggressive perps bid like that. Reef was good at the weekend, actually. There's some nice bid at the weekend, but not doing too much now. Render, I'm interested in if it gets spot bid, but there's none here now. VIX, so Swap is just saying the VIX is jumping 10%. So equities are obviously coming down a little bit as well. Interesting to see. Let's have a look. Anything else holding up? Not really, I don't think. Let's have a look at FTM, because that's been a strong asset. Nice to see. So this is what you want to be looking at. So FTM, as it tries to continue its breakout, it's getting spot bid here, and the order blocks are starting to follow up and defend price. So this is what you want to see if you're interested in any of these assets. We'll go and have a look at SU in a second as well, but you want to see continuation like this, okay? You want to see this bid getting dynamic and following price up as it starts to trend. So FTM coming down. Flook has been quite strong recently. Again, aggressive spot bid, nice bounce coming back down. Not surprised because the rest of the market's having a little turn, isn't it? Yeah, BTC invalidating actually straight away, invalidating what I wanted to see here, to be honest. I'd like to have held this zone today. If we don't bounce back up now, my idea for today to go and hit that weekly open is invalidated. And then my higher time frame idea of grinding out that 62 into 61.5 is just going to come a little bit sooner than expected. But perps bid 38 there. Let's have a look. Lower time frame. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I don't think if it's the only entity it's going to hold too much. You can see here just real lower time frame, 1 minute chart. There's no real aggressiveness in the bid, and you certainly don't want to see that from the higher bands, just like I've mentioned. So yeah, we might be dropping some lower demand levels sooner than later. It has to be said as well, the offers on the perp side have been pretty good. On Bitcoin, anything else holding up? Let's have a look through, just a quick flick through. I've not been looking at the whole market too much, to be honest. What's Maker doing? Yeah, no real edge, to be honest. And I think it was actually, what's the coin called? Live Peer, wasn't it? LPT. Can't remember. I've got it in my list. LPT was falling to a demand zone that I shared with the guys. Let's see if it's got it. Nah, it's gone. Look at it. So this is the sort of thing you want to see. Price comes down, coming down. But you want to see these guys hold that position and look for a fill. At the minute, they've just pulled all their orders. Okay, so someone's either expecting lower prices, or they've just got in a market and bid this up at market, but we're falling back down to their levels anyway. So yeah, remains to be seen what goes on there. Litecoin. No, nothing to see from Litecoin. Someone sold it off right there. You can just see those orders at that 68 level. Well done, that person. Any others we need to have a look at? If you guys have got any questions on the console as well, give us a shout. All right, give us a shout. Some coins holding up okay. I expect that's to do with the dominance. Dominance has dropped a little bit, but if Bitcoin does really want to flush that open interest, let's see what it's doing on a 15-minute basis. Let's have a look. Yep, open interest coming down nicely here. That's quite nice to see. Let's go and have a look on a higher time frame. What does it look like on a higher time frame? Not bad. Not bad. Bit of a volume kick there. No real supply. Yeah, open interest coming down a little bit. Volume from Binance there, actually. Come on, give us a bounce. It just makes for better trading as well. That's why I always like it. I'd love to get a bounce today, volley it back up, and then come back down. But yeah, if we just come down, that's absolutely fine. You can see retail here have been trying to long since Sunday, really, to be honest. And they're not getting rewarded, especially when you see that high open interest like that. Right, back to the order flow. Let's check what's going on. 5 minute time frame. 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, perps are bidding it. Perps are bidding it. They want a piece of the action. 55 ratio on spot, not bad. 55 ratio on spot, Bitstamp bidding it. I still think we could see a bounce. I'm open to it, but we need to hold some of those value areas, don't we? That's going to look best. Where are we on the old trading view chart? Let me go back to here. BTC, this is process, isn't it? Rune, 1 hour EMA bid. Let's go and have a look at Rooney boy. 1 hour. Yeah, so that's a nice, it's a nice area for Rune as well. So we're just invalidating that 1 hour EMA, looking to fill this order block. So this is the way I treat it with these old classic tier levels. So Rune filling a 1 hour order block there. Just go through this a second with you. And then flip back to the order flow. I'll flick to Rune. What are we seeing in the actual order flow? Is it worth a bid? Are we going to do a bit of business today? It's certainly filled the order there. Okay, it's filled the order. There's no dynamic bid coming to push price up. As you can see, bid has faded a bit here. If you're even not looking at the overlay, you can just see here, bid has faded a little bit there. What's Qcoin doing? Qcoin, a little bit of bid, but no real edge from them. And perps market on Rune, 56, 55, 56 ratio. Not bad. 1 minute chart. Someone's aggressively bidding Rune here, right in that level. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that for a minute. BTC still dropping. Order block here, but it's not a big order block, I'll tell you that right now. Let me just go to a 5 minute again. It's not a big order block here on BTC. I could still drop it. I could still see it dropping a little bit lower. And it's kind of when you fall through these kind of levels, like the monthly open. If you notice the weekly open at the beginning of the week, so we fell from Sunday, and the weekly open almost became that little bit of resistance, and we fell away from it. I'm just hoping the monthly open doesn't, that doesn't happen with the monthly open immediately, which it could do. I think I mentioned that in last week's live. If the weekly open suddenly becomes resistance after the last 3 weeks, the weekly open has been pretty good at holding price and then giving us a boost up in the US sessions. So yeah, let's watch this for a bit. 62.640. Are we still getting some aggressive bid from perps? Yes, it's not bad. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Come on. Let's pop back up. I might have to leave you guys to it and flick onto the old teal street and put in some bids if we start to look like we're going to turn this around at these lows. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Rune would be my choice. Rune would be my choice. And yeah, just a BTC day trade, to be honest. I think those would be my 2 choices for today. I think that would look quite nice. So we'll see what we get. Not a lot on today, to be honest. I'd say I had a bit of time off last week. So yeah, let's see what we get this week. I'm open to a little bit of action and we'll see what we get. Let's have a look. 1 minute time frame. Not bad, but yeah, not amazing. It'd be nice to see a couple more exchanges involved. You can just see Coinbase there. They've got that lower level at 61.9. So are we going to grind this area out sooner than later? Already coming down 62.5. 62.5, no, yeah, not enough for like bounces at the minute, is it? Maybe need to see a little bit more. Maybe need to see a little bit more. Push it down a little bit. Open to that. What's Vitalik's coin doing? Bear in mind I'm on a 1 minute time frame here. Perps, not bad. What about Soy Boy? Sol actually holding a little bit better despite the fact it's got no spot bid whatsoever. Yeah, not bad. Perps, 40 ratio, not holding too bad. Not holding too bad at all. Right, give us a shout if there's any questions, whether it's console related, if you're having trouble with anything, if you need anything explaining a little bit further, or if there's any alts I've missed. I have to say I am looking for pullbacks on most alts. A few of them have ran hot and high already, so remains to be seen. You know, do we just get sharp little pullbacks and continuation up, or you know, do we need to look for a deeper cut with BTC into some of these zones? Okay, that kind of like 61 zone, that would be favorable because it's going to give us better value, to be honest. Let me go to a 5 minute. I zoom into a 1 minute when I'm looking for entries, but it's very off-putting when you see the candles absolutely flip-flopping around like crazy. If we start to hold here, yeah, I might put a little bid in. What's Rune doing? Let me go flip back to Rune. I think that could be quite a tasty one. Give us a shout if you've seen any of us today. Yeah, it could hold. Needs a bit more dynamic bid to now come in and push this back up, but that room could be an okay one, to be honest. You can just see here, Perps is very, very aggressive. So especially if you've got some negative funding, that would be like the cherry on the cake there for Rune as well. But yeah, let's sum it up as BTC decides to find a bounce here as I'm chatting shit and not actually trading. So yeah, I'd like a volley back up. I'd like a volley back up to this weekly open if we can get it. If we volley back up to the weekly open or anywhere near there and we find supply, I don't think we've got the momentum just yet to fully go on to all-time highs to October yet. Any rotations into these highs up here, which are the weekend highs, the weekly open and previous day value areas, I'm simply looking for supply to rotate back down, grind that area out, maybe 61, 60k, maybe Serkan gets his 58k at that previous monthly open, okay? That'd be nice. It gives us value. It certainly makes for better trading. But right here, right now, Bitcoin's coming down. I'm not totally convinced by this yet. You know, you're getting $100 bounces here and there, but you need to see a bit more conviction from these guys to certainly throw it back up. Let me just go to, what's the selling like? Yeah, retail longs. Look at this. Look at retail longing all the way here. This is a 1 minute time frame, but it's certainly nurture up an interest, funding a little bit steady there. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, summary, higher time frame, and in the coming days, I'm certainly looking for a rotation down. I don't think we've got enough momentum, enough demand to throw us past all-time highs for October just yet. I'd like to come and find and seek some more demand into the 60k area. That would be absolutely brilliant for some nice confirmation. What do I want to see? I want to see some spot bidding there, an aggressive perps bidding on some low open interest. Again, cherry on the cake, building the recipe. If you get some volume bullish CVD divergences down there, that's going to be great as well. All right, guys. But yeah, if you can think of any questions and you need to drop them after the stream, just go visit us on the socials, on the TRDR, Telegram and the Discord. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll get another live session in this week as well, because I missed one last week. As I said, I had a few things on last week. And that'll be either on Twitter or YouTube, probably on the Friday morning. But we'll try and get a few more Twitter feeds in as well, just to talk some shit in the text chat and review the order flow. All right, guys. So look, have a great week. I think it's going to be an all right week, actually. If there's any altcoins you are eyeing, get the levels marked off, set some alerts in your alert system in the TRDR console, okay? Spot double bands, alt diamond and top level pro. And yeah, I'll drop links for the next stream. Cheers, guys. Speak soon.